I'm for body positivity. I am not for fat activism, and I say that as a fat person. Hi everyone, it's Nini. Welcome to my channel. I don't have a specific genre that I stick to when it comes to my YouTube videos, and I know that's against what they say. They say you should stick to one topic, and if you want to cover more than one topic, create a second channel for that other topic, but
ain't nobody got time for that.
I mostly talk about true crime, face paint, and makeup, though not at the same time. And then also I cover the hypocrisy of a celebrity journalist. But today I want to talk about something I haven't talked about before. This is a last name that's hard for me to pronounce. Alexandra Rodriguez. Oh my God. Alexandra Rodriguez. I've had some thoughts about her for a while, but she recently came out with a video and I had some opinions on it that I wanted to talk about. If you don't know of Alex, she's been on YouTube for a long time. I think she started her channel in 2013 maybe. Her channel used to be called Learning to Be Fearless. I loved it. I was a subscriber for a while because I followed her for makeup. And she is a bigger woman. And I love to see other creators who are bigger because obviously I am bigger. She's beautiful and she's beautiful to this day. She is a gorgeous woman and her makeup skills are on point. There was one video where she did a wing. I remember I watched it over and over and over because her wing was perfection. But her channel was mostly makeup for the longest time, and she did promote body positivity. She did a lot of fashion hauls for plus size clothing, and I did really like her. I don't remember when I unsubscribed and what made me unsubscribe. It might have just been a loss of interest. She has been pretty controversial too. Maybe this was the reason I unsubscribed. So much of her content was sponsored videos. And I get that. If YouTube is your main income, you gotta do that. I don't care if people have ads in their videos. YouTube for me is just a hobby. I have a full-time job that pays my bills. Aside from my Katie Joy videos, I don't get tons of views on things. It's totally a hobby. I enjoy it. If there's ads, if videos are sponsored, I get it. But a lot of her content just seemed so forced. Like is shilling the word? Shilling it? Nobody wants to see that. And that just seemed to be a lot of her content where it was sponsored by somebody or maybe somebody sent her clothes and you could tell she was just doing it. She also had a recent controversy. I think last year she was being sponsored by Weight Watchers, and so she was promoting Weight Watchers over and over and over, and people noticed that her stomach was smaller and she was trying to make it seem like it was because of Weight Watchers. But come to find out, she had a tummy tuck, and she did own up to it because she was getting called out for it. But that's a huge turnoff to say, oh yes, my body looks this way because of Weight Watchers, who is paying me to say how good Weight Watchers is. So then you should go and use my code with Weight Watchers so then I can make money off of that code too. And you can think you're going to get the same results, but really I had plastic surgery. Like, that's just no. Her video from a couple weeks ago was a rant that she did because she applied for life insurance and was denied because of her build.
I just got a letter in the mail this morning. Your application has been denied due to the following reasons: one word, build. Okay.
And she was having a fit about it because she said she was being discriminated against for being fat.
If you had any other legitimate reason for denying me of life insurance when I'm just trying to give you my hard-earned money here, just trying to pay you, but no, you are discriminating against me because of my weight. It's just simple discrimination against my size. If you have been discriminated against recently because of your size, you are not alone. I stand with you. I hear you. It is frustrating. We have to talk about these things and bring awareness to them.
I am overweight. I am obese. I am plus size. I'm fat, whatever you want to call it. And I disagree with her because her argument was that she doesn't have high cholesterol. She doesn't have diabetes. So her argument is that she's healthy.
Not to toot my own horn, but your girl has really solid health. I had gastric bypass last year. I've lost 110 pounds. Granted, I am still curvy, but I have recently lost a lot of weight. I have really great health history in my family. My blood work is fantastic. My cholesterol is fantastic.
It's like, no, You're not. I would never argue with anybody who tried to tell me that I was not healthy, because I'm not. She was like super offended that this life insurance would not want to cover her just because she was fat.
Literally, that's you just saying to me, you are too fat. Do you have diabetes? Do you have high cholesterol? Do you have a family history of XYZ? Nope. You're just too fat.
There might be some truth to it. Like if they are just going off of somebody's BMI, I think the BMI table is horseshit. Because when I was at my skinniest as an adult, I was at the upper end of normal on the BMI scale. When really I had people telling me that I was too skinny. I have a big build. I have big hands, broad shoulders, big feet. I'm just built big. So 150 pounds on me is too skinny, while, 150 pounds on somebody who has a smaller build is going to make them look overweight. Just to try to clarify what I'm trying to say about the BMI is that the BMI can say that somebody is overweight or obese, but when you look at them, they do not look overweight or obese. But that's not the case here. If you look at Alex, even with the weight loss she's had since gastric bypass, and if you look at me today, we are obese. So I do think that there might be some argument, if a life insurance is just going off of somebody's BMI, and if a BMI says overweight or obese and then they deny based on that, I could see an argument there for being, I still wouldn't call it discrimination. That's so dramatic. And that's such a slap in the face to people who have been discriminated against because of their age, their sex, their race, their actual disabilities. But I disagree with Alex because she's trying to say that she's super healthy. And she did this thing where she was like, health and weight are not the same.
I already know I'm going to get so much hate from all the people out there. Well, what do you expect from life insurance? You're overweight. That comes with a million different health risks. First of all, I know you're going to comment. Whatever. Just do it. Have a great friggin' time. The bottom line is health and weight are not the same. You can be healthy at a bigger size. There is no number on the scale that equals health. Your body size does not equate to your health. There are so many different factors, and we have to stop slapping this label of unhealthy, lazy, sloppy, whatever on fat people. It's not right. It's not okay. And honestly, I am disgusted.
There is a correlation. There have been scientific studies that obesity is a health risk. It's scientifically proven that if you are overweight, you're more prone to diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attacks. Even if you don't develop diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol, it is proven that when you are overweight, your heart has to work harder to circulate the blood through your body because there's more mass there. It's not discrimination. It's science. I get her point in saying, well, she doesn't have any of those conditions. I think she's 28 or 29, so she still has her age benefiting her. If you are overweight your entire life and you get into your late 30s, late 40s, your body's going to start to give out on you. It's just scientifically proven that overweight people don't live as long. So if you want somebody to pay for life insurance for you when you have a condition that is proven by data to show that you might not live as long as an average person, so therefore they are not going to get their money back before they'd have to pay out in life insurance, of course they would want to deny you for that. I'm for body positivity. I am not for fat activism, and I say that as a fat person. I don't want to be judged by anybody for my weight. I don't want to be looked at in a superficial way, but at the same time, I want to be healthier. I don't like it that I get out of breath walking up and down my basement stairs. The main reason I wanted to make this video is that I did follow Alex for being a plus size woman and promoting body positivity. She is not a body positivity advocate. She's not. When she was 16, she went to Mexico and got lap band surgery. She then later had that removed. She had liposuction done on her chin. She had that tummy tuck surgery I told you about. And she just recently, I think last year or within the past year, had gastric bypass surgery. I don't understand how she can try to still act like she's a body positive person when she's had all these cosmetic procedures to change her body. Alex, who made this video 2-3 weeks ago, going on and on about how healthy she was, when Alex a year ago was going on and on about how unhealthy she was, and that was why she needed to have gastric bypass.
I am not feeling good. Over the last year, I've started to develop really bad lower back pain, knee pain and ankle pain. And it really hit me when, you know, Yar and I were talking about starting a family. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I can't. I mean, I could, but I don't think I would be comfortable. I honestly don't think I would feel good at all carrying a child, like with the lower back pain and the knee pain that I've been feeling. But at the end of the day, whatever, I don't feel good. I don't expect or care or want to come out of this skinny. I just want to be the healthiest and happiest Alex I can be. I'm done with the battle. I'm sick of not feeling good.
I think her main reason for having gastric bypass was they want to have a baby. It's easier to get pregnant if you are not overweight. Obesity does lead to a higher risk pregnancy. I just spit all over. So I understand those reasonings. It just doesn't make sense why she would take this stand of how, oh, she's healthy and life insurance should not deny her when she has told us herself that she's not healthy.
I know I need to get some of this excess weight off me because I'm not feeling good anymore. This is all about health for me. It's all about health for me. You know, I did WW last year. I lost 50, gained back 70. I'm just exhausted with this uphill battle. I have really great health history in my family. A major part of my family has had gastric bypass and had great results.
I still won't necessarily call her like a fat activist, I guess, because like she has had all those procedures to modify her body and lose weight. I definitely, you know, wouldn't call her body positive. I would call her a hypocrite. And I'm not judging people who do get gastric bypass or gastric sleeve or plastic surgery. People can do what they want with their body. If you want to tattoo a frog on your forehead, you can do it. It's not that. And back to Alex, in my opinion, she's not the advocate that people need when it comes to body positivity. I kind of wonder if she wanted to go viral with this video. Part of me is like, well, maybe she isn't actually as upset as she seems in the video, because it probably didn't surprise her that they did deny her based on her weight. Like if I applied for life insurance and they denied me on that, I would not be surprised. But I kind of wonder if she wanted to like go on this rant so that it would go viral. Weight can be a viral topic. A friend of mine sent me a video the other day of a gal on TikTok who was ranting about how anytime her friends invite her out to a restaurant, she always has to Google the restaurant to see what the seating's like, to see if she fits in the seating. And I think she mentioned airplanes too, like riding on an airplane is, you know, really hard. And complaining about why society doesn't tailor to her being obese. And that's not the way it should be. Anytime I've ever sat in a chair and it was a tight squeeze on my bum or my hips, like I don't have the thought of, oh, they need to make a seat bigger for me. I've never thought that. My thought has always been, well, I need to lose weight, so I sit in a chair better. And I think that gal on the TikTok, and this can apply to Alex too, because Alex is, like I said, in her late 20s. There's just a society right now of people who are growing up thinking that nothing that they do is wrong and the world needs to cater to them, when that's not the way life is. I just think the world is going to be a shit show when all the people growing up like that are all the adults in the world, where everybody thinks they're entitled to everything and they need to get it their way. I could go on and on about this. But like you see this in schools too, where if a kid fails a test, the parents get angry at the teacher and not at the kid. It's like nobody wants to take accountability nowadays. Like if I was Alex and I would have gotten that letter, I would have had the same thought that I usually have in those situations where it's like, oh, yeah, this is another indication that I should try to work on my weight. I wouldn't make a YouTube video and rant about how I am healthy when I'm clearly not.
I'm sick of fat people getting the short end of the stick. I'm just sick of it.
I have watched some videos, what's that guy's name? Alan Roberts, that he's done on Alex. They are interesting to watch. He can be a little bit harsh on her. Maybe that's just the fat girl in me wanting to, you know, stick up for the other fat girl. Just be gentle with us. We're sensitive people who eat our feelings. He's not like somebody who's been skinny his whole entire life and he's judging somebody who's overweight. He used to be overweight and he has overcome that. I'm sure it's still a daily battle. Anybody who has a food addiction or any kind of addiction, really, there's a reason they say it's one day at a time. There's a reason you see people in meetings who have been sober for 30 years, but they're still going to meetings because it's a daily battle. But those are my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.